Hi y'all, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches. How are you? I am so glad you're here. Just so glad. So glad to see you. I wish I could see you like in person, face to face, but here we are. I am talking to myself, but I am imagining myself talking to you all about this hobby that we love. This is a YouTube channel about cross stitch, and I welcome you. If you are new, hi. I've had a couple of new subscribers. Thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. And if you're returning, hi, friends. So glad you're here returning. I hope things are well with you all. And it looks to be like a regular Flosstube today. I've got no finishes, one new start, and several whips, and then plans. So just a normal week. It is hot here in Northeast Texas. It is 90. It was 95 last I checked, but it was going to be 98 today. It is 95. 95 currently. The real field temperature is 105, so that's about right. It's been like that for a few days here, and it will continue. This is the stretch from here till about end of August, 1st of September. This is how it'll be. We are hoping to get rain this weekend, and it'll drop to like low 90s. And I don't mind the heat so much, except at night. Like tonight, the low is going to be 80-ish. So this morning, side note, I started running again. But this morning, whenever we all went out to walk/run, it was 80. 81, I think, when we started out, and the sun had just started coming up. So there wasn't a breeze. It was miserable, but we did it anyway, and I'm glad it's done, and we don't have to do it in the morning. So, but it's warm. It is really warm. So it just doesn't cool down at night. And I know several of y'all are in the same boat. California and West Texas, oh dear, it's just hot. It's hot. So it's okay. It's what it is. That's what we know. So another day is another day, and the sun is beautiful, and we have a few clouds, and that's lovely. I mean, you take the blessings every day, no matter what the weather is. Really, right? All right, let's go. New start. No finishes. No fully finishes. I need to have a finish Friday of some sort. That would be good, because I have several to finish. Okay, so I started yesterday, was July 1st, and I started this with Sew Me Sarah and a couple of others, and I'm so sorry. I need to go back and watch and get the names of the others, but she started it as part of her 50 starts for this year. It's #FunFor50Sal 2024, and hi Sarah. She's starting this one as July 1st, or she had started it July 1st. So it is a freebie from PlumStreet. I'm just going to flash it real quick. You can go get it. I'll link it below. It is a Christmas one, and it's called Adore Him, and it just says Adore Him, and it's got a tree and snowflakes and the year. And so I started it. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. I don't have too many Christmas stitches going. I mean, I have several, but I can add one more. This is on my last scrap of Winter Blues. It's 28 count Winter Blues from Stitch Me. And I'm stitching 2/2 with a DMC floss 3765. And I'm sad this is my last scrap, but that's okay. It's been a good run. So this is what I got done. So Adore Him will be over here. I'll finish the tree out. If you're paying a lot of attention, you can see a miscount, but I'm okay with it. It's not going to keep me from finishing and fully finishing. I do want to do a pillow out of this. It'll be too big for an ornament, but it'll be a lovely pillow. So I will put it in my dough bowl. it'll first end up on my sewing machine until I do all the sewing that goes with it. But that was fun. I mean, I love, this is one of my favorite blues. It's so pretty. That's so pretty. $37.65. But that is it. Yay! Christmas. And then, let's see, now we're into whips. No particular order. Just how they are on the pile. This is Martha's Sampler. I've mentioned this the last couple of weeks, and I'll continue mentioning it until, well, if I work on it, I'll mention it. But this is so fun. This is from the Rocking Chair Stitcher. Her Etsy shop is not called the Rocking Chair Stitcher. I'll get that right. It's called Little Sissaboo, I believe. I will link it below. This is Sarah. She has a Flosstube, and I'll link her below as well. But this is her grandmother's, her husband's grandmother's stitch, or a sampler, and she charted it for us. So that's it. I am stitching it on a 20 count Country Vintage Mocha, and I'm doing it with a variegated DMC. It's DMC 93, and I'm doing it 1/1. And last time I told you that my lengths of floss are about 3 feet long, and that was hard to stitch with, and it is, because it's so long. You drag it out, you pull it back in, drag it out, pull it back in. So I pulled a length out, and then I cut it in half and started stitching. So 2 equals 1 length. Two lengths equal 1 length. That sounds weird, but you know what I'm talking about. So I finished the one that I was on, and then I started a whole other length. And this is the second half of that complete length. So here I am. So last you saw, which way was I going? Across, back, across. Okay, so last you saw, I was in the this second row here and finishing up that, and then I did the waves and started on that. This is a fun one. So also, there's a miss stitch, and a couple of them, and I was looking at it last night, a couple of them that I forgot to cross. So when I get back to that color, it is, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I forgot, I did one leg on the top of this wave, and so when I get back to that color, I'm going to cut my floss here and go up and do those 2 stitches and then come back down. Thankfully, the variegation is really long, so I have several stitches, and that was something I wanted to think about, was how to do the bigger portions where there are bigger pieces. It's not just one row. It's so like this one and this one and this one, the thicker rows. I wanted to be mindful of how to stitch it with the variegated, because I didn't want to just go across and go across and go across. I wanted to like make it shade really good, and I think that's working. It's starting to get into the lighter color, so this was darker, and so I'm just going at a diagonal like this, coming across, so that you can see the variegated in a big chunk and not striped. I guess that's what I'm thinking. So fun, again, so fun. And another stitching error, but it's okay. It makes it original, right? Original to me. But that's okay. I'm okay with it. It's just one little one here. I did 1 at the bottom of the wave rather than 2. And so it ended up 1 stitch too high. Not high, but on the wave. Too high on the wave. If that makes any sense. And I don't know if you would have picked it out if I hadn't mentioned it, but, you know, I'm human. So I'm going to leave it. It's not... it doesn't affect the going down, so I'm just going to leave it, and I'll know it, and and y'all will too if you ever come to my house. So, but that's okay. I am just fine with that. So, that's that one. I love this. Have I told you that I love this? I love this one. Oh, there's Ginger. It is so fun. So very fun. Anyway, let's see if I can get that. Okay. Next one is the stitch from Beth. Be More Creative. It's her freebie that she puts out on the 17th. This is it. I will link her, and well, she has a link to the Google Doc. I think it's a Google Doc. She has a link on her Flosstube on the 17th for this one. This was June. It's called Stitchy Time, and you have the freedom to pick whatever colors, or you can use her colors, either one. I'm trying to stitch through all the scraps that I dyed myself. I enjoy dyeing, but I have a lot, and I can't justify buying more fabric if I'm still got a lot of fabric. Yeah, I'd love to, but I can't. So here it is, and that's not the best, but so it's kind of a cream, and there is a heart in here. I can see it. You can't really, oh, I guess you can see it sort of, and there's some little blue here, but I love it. I love the colors that so far. And this is bobbin up here. I did I think it's a rice stitch to distinguish the bobbin itself from the sewing machine because I wanted it to be the same color. So it'll, Stitchy Time will be across the bottom. I am almost at the middle. I have buttons and then another set. So this is coming along real good. And so as the scrap goes, it's kind of tight. I made sure that I had at least 5-6 rows up here, all the way across. So I think it'll be right there. And it'll be fine. I'm just going to make it into a roll anyway. So that's that. I do love the colors on this, though. In person, it's lovely. You really can't see the blue. Well, I guess you can kind of see it, and I may go back and outline. I may outline it with a darker blue, the heart, and then the bottom stripe and the buttons. But all right, that was Stitchy Time. Beth, Be More Creative. This is a 28 count, and I'm doing 2 over 2. Next one. It's been a while. It's been at least 3 weeks, 4 weeks, because we were on vacation, and then my oldest play started, and that took away. So we kept going to piano lessons, but it was just my youngest that was going to piano, and my oldest now is going back because the play is over. So this week I got to work, or this past week I got to work on this. So this is, as a reminder, these are Christmas gifts, and I'm kind of being a little quieter because they're right in there. These are Christmas gifts. I'm trying to get these done. I also need to do one for my husband, which is coming up, but I need to get these done for sure. This is out of the book by Nomis, Counted Cross Stitch NFL Teams. This one will be next. This is the one I've done, my youngest. I still need to do the back stitch. I'll do that. And then this is my oldest. So sorry. Let's put that on the other side, shall we? Okay. Here we go. So I finished the gray up this way, and I finished the yellow down here. I'm going to finish this strand of yellow through here, and then probably work on some more gray and get the face mask and the interior done, because there is the black and there's some white in these 2 places. So, and then I'll do the back stitch on this and the back stitch on that one, and those will be done. And then hopefully I will get this one going for my husband. So that's the goal, is to get these all done by Christmas, and I think I can do it. I'll just spend some time at night doing this as well after they're in bed. So it's on a 14 count. Yes, 14 count Ada. Put that down there. So next is fish and chips. I didn't show this last time because I hadn't had a chance to work on it because I recorded on Monday, and I did work on it this past Monday and some Sunday night, I believe. This is Fish and Chips by Long Dog Sampler. I am in here. Well, I'm over on this way right here. So I am getting to the part, and Laura Stitching by the Shore. Hi, Laura. Hi, friend. She was talking last week about, was it this pattern or one other one, or maybe it was the week before, about the page, crossing pages, and how some of them have like a page, there's stitching in the middle of the 4 pages. And this is getting into that. So anyway, here is where I am. Last you saw, I had this done, I believe, and I needed to finish this side of the urn and do this, and then I started here. Well, right here is where you have right on the bottom of that one is the part that's on shared pages, and not just 2, it's on 4. I mean, I guess this whole section right here is on 4. Or this, like, right around here. So that's where I am. Love, love, love. Love it. Oh, I finished a leaf up here. That's what I did. So I had this leaf, and is that right? No, this leaf in the inside. This leaf and this side of the urn and that portion, and then I started back over here. And that's the one I have on now. It's almost done. So, love, love. So fun. This is an 18 count Ada, and I'm doing it with a blend of, I should have it memorized. That's what it'd be. And a blend of I should have it memorized. 825 and there's my little sticker. 37.55. And the green is 164. And I've decided, I just didn't do it yet. I've decided to go ahead and put the birds as a green because it is a smaller, and it's not connected to anything. Put those birds as green. Anything small I'm doing as a green that's not connected to anything. Just a few little things. Maybe that anchor too. No, that's connected to the boat. But there's butterflies and the moon and the little whatever those are there with the dragon. This is really a funny stitch. It's like the more you see, and I think I've mentioned it before, the more you look at it, the more you see. Like, look at this little guy. I didn't even notice it looking back here, but look here. He's eating a guy. So it's funny. And a little crab on a cornucopia. That's fun. Fun. Anyway, it's just, long dogs are fun. I will be doing another one. I don't know which one, but I have a while before I have to decide that. Oh, sorry. All right. Now we have Summer House by, The Summer House by The Needle and I. I'm working on this one. And this fulfills the last prompt of the June I Spy Challenge from Laura Stitching by the Shore. And I'll talk about it again shortly in a little bit. But the prompt was something at a picnic. And so this chart, I haven't gotten to it yet. This chart has a watermelon, a couple of watermelons, and we would, I don't know if y'all like watermelons, but we would eat a watermelon at a picnic. So that fulfills that prompt and the rest of the challenge for June. So I completed June. This is on 14 count muck cloth. It's kind of wrinkly because I washed it. It's okay. It'll iron out fine. Here I am. Last you saw, let's see, I had the roof done and I started down here. So I finished the whole house and got the flowers in, and the grass is done. Yes. So next will be the fence. Oh, I did start on the fence. You really can't see it. Oh, there it is right there. I started on the fence. So that's where I'll be. I'll be on the fence here, and then do the red down at the bottom, and then start the flag and the watermelons. So that's it. This will be a pillow. Love that. It's from The Needle and I believe I said that. This is a chart from 1987. And I will probably start the winter house next. And if I can get that done before the winter, then I'll do the spring one and then the fall. So that's the order that I'll do it. I do like how they have them as hangers. I'll probably do something like that, but instead, not on the ladder. Probably maybe on a cutting board, one of those paddle cutting boards maybe. Or just pillow it. That's fine too. Alright, last one is Now Abide. Oh, if I'm not the best at posting on Instagram, but I am on Instagram as Renewing Stitches, and you can follow me there. I posted this because I picked it up and remembered how comforting it was. What a stitch it was, a comforting stitch. So this is what I'm talking about. It's from the May-June of 1987 issue of Just Cross Stitch. It is this sampler. It was a contest winner, and I did this flip through a while back. And I don't know how to link YouTube videos, but I'll see if I can link it. I will put the Flosstube extra video it was on in the description box, but this is the one. This is the way. I'm doing it on a Stitch Me 28 count Joe balloon called Not Another Sampler. And so comforting. Look it. So, let's see. When last you saw, I had the alphabet. No, I didn't have all the alphabet done. I think I was under here somewhere. This was not done. And the outline was done, but I hadn't put in the flowers. And I also noticed that I had forgotten the leaves on this one and this one. Or maybe this one and this one. On two of them didn't have leaves, but the rest of them didn't have flowers. So I did the flowers on these three, got this far across with the lettering, and started to come. This was already here, but I did the leaves here. But that's it. It is so lovely. I love the colors, the pink and the blue and the yellow. I wasn't sure about the yellow, but oh, I love it. So pretty. So pretty. And so, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'll finish the alphabet and the, let's see, there's a border, one of these, right here, this green one here. It's under the alphabet. And I've got the ends still to go, and then I think there's another ampersand over here. Is that what it's called? An ampersand? Another one of these over here, but it's a smaller one. So, and then I'll do the other green border. And then after that, I think this is an over one alphabet in the middle, and two flowers, two bigger flowers on each, one on each side. So I'll just pick one and start. I enjoy doing letters, so I may save that till after I get one done. And then I can do the other flower and then start on the border underneath it. So I think that'll be my plan. But this is so comforting. Such a lovely stitch. And it's the 1 Corinthians verse, 13:13. But now abide faith, hope, and love, these three, but the greatest of these is love. So, there's not any specialty stitches and no beading, and yes, that is an over 1 alphabet now that I'm looking at it. There's the writing underneath is also over 1. No, it is not. Now that I'm looking at it, it is not an over 1. It just looks smaller. It's a smaller font. Okay. Yay. Yay. All right. That is all of the stitching I have for you. What else? Plans. So, 2 things. I Spy, Laura mentioned on her last video that she's going to take a break until September on the I Spy, just because there's several things coming up and several opportunities to stitch other things, like the Stitch the Summer Olympics challenge with the Nap Time Stitcher on Instagram. So that's available, and that's great. I was thinking about doing it anyway, but hadn't really decided what to do. So I think I am. One of my friends in real life is in our stitching group here is doing it, and so that'll be fun to get with her. Maybe we can talk the other ones into doing it too. In that right, Pat? What else? The Whip Go. Yes, I wanted to share with you Whip Go. That was the other thing. So here we are, 6 months into the year. Jessie Marie of Jessie Marie Does Stuff just called the new Whip Go numbers this past week, and they are 6 and 23. So mine fall on more new starts, and I have looked at my list of whips and decided to change my board. So if I'd left it, I would have 12 more new starts by the end of the year, because my plan is to stitch. My new starts are for designers that I have not done before. I have charts of, but I have not done before. Well, except for Blackbird, I think that was one, and Heartstring, but everybody else is new, and so a new pattern for me. So my thought is that since I have over 30 whips, my thought is to put, and I did it, it's not my thought, this is what I did. I put the goal of that square, here's my whip go, so on top, here's number 6, the goal for July on 6 and on 23 is to finish smalls. So I went through what I had, and I put on each square, not just July, each square a small that I could finish this year. And when I ran out, I think I added a medium one that I could work on. But the goal is to have 2 finishes with each, or 1 finish with each Whip Go pool. So if there's 2, well, there will be 2 each month. I'll have 2 finishes each month. And if I get those finished, I can do the new starts that are on my board. So if I finish Fragments in Time, which is this one, I just have it up here, this one, if I finish this one, and I finish the Summer House, which you saw, because I'm really close to both of those. Where's the Summer House? This one, right here. Finish this one. Then I can start the pulls that were there, and they were scattered seed samplers and the cricket collection. And so I have decided this is the only scattered seed sampler I have, and it is the Forget Me Not Pin Keep. So I want to start this. And the cricket collection, I have 2 booklets, but this is the one I want to do right here. Walk Humbly with Thy God. And neither one of them will take long, and they're smalls, but I'm not adding those. I know, honey, isn't that right? I'm not adding 2 additional smalls, so I'm getting rid of some smalls, but also starting new, so it seems to be okay in my head. So that is the plan. So a mid-year whip go change, which is fine because she says your board, your rules, and so I'm glad with that. 12 whips to finish, and possibly 12 new starts. And for July, I put the closest to finish. Now, also, I have the Botanical Rebel and Catherine's Little Sampler. I put Stitchy Time on there if I don't get it finished before then. Ones that I want to get to, Moon Kitty. I want to get to Moon Kitty. Adding a butterfly, another butterfly to the hoop. Adore Him is on here in case I don't get that finished, which, I mean, they're all really kind of close. Moon Kitty is probably not as close, and the Battle Hymn of the Republic is not as close, but the rest of them are pretty, I mean, they're about halfway done or more. So that is the plan. Now, since I won't be doing I Spy, she's moved it to September, which is great. I think I will do the Olympic challenge, so I'm going to print off the sheet that she has on Instagram and see what I can plug in there. I really want to see if I can get Heritage Sampler in there as many times as possible. I want to get my birds in, the songbird and the mourning doves. And then, what was the other one that I wanted to get in? Autumn Town. And the Quakers, Spring Quaker, Summer Quaker. I don't know if I can get all those in, but that's my thought, to try to get those in. It's 16 or 17 days, and I think it comes up to like three floss tubes. So there should be a good variety in there with whatever else I'm stitching. But if there's one each day, then it would be, 3 or 4 or maybe 5 projects each week. So that'll be good. And hopefully some finishes too. And that's all, I think. Yes, that is all. Thank y'all for answering my question of the week last week. We are done with performances, and everything went well. He did so good. He had a great time doing He was Willy Wonka in the Willy Wonka Jr. play at the neighboring town, and so he's done with that, resting, and starts back to work, has his schoolwork to do. We homeschool. If you're new here, we homeschool. Hi. We homeschool, and so we do summer work because it's just hot outside, and so if we're out, it's early in the morning or late at night, and even at night it's kind of hot still, but during the day, we get schoolwork done. What else? So he went back to work, and younger one is doing great. He's trying to get ahead in school. He's excited to be done with this block of school, so he's doing that. I am going to plan the Stitch the Summer Olympics, and this week I started Mansfield Park by Jane Austen for Jane Austen July, and I got a few stitches in on the Elizabeth Bennet freebie from Twin Peak. I want to stitch on it more. I really want to stitch on it while I'm listening. The characters don't belong with each other. I mean, Elizabeth Bennet does not belong in Mansfield Park, different set of characters, but same author. And so I really want to stitch on that some more. I mean, I think I got 4 stitches in. So I want to stitch on that and just whatever calls. So that's the for sure. I think I'm going to give Fish and Ships a break until the Olympics, and maybe stick that in there too, and work on Heritage. And what else? Oh, I wanted to work on, so this is happy belated Canada Day for my friends in Canada. It was yesterday. And Independence Day for the US is Thursday. So on Thursday, I want to work on the Quaker flag and see what I can get done there. The boys are spending the night with Granny. Well, the cousins, I guess. It's a cousin sleepover with Granny Tuesday night, and then my sister and her husband and my husband and I will go over for lunch on Thursday. But I want to spend some time with the Quaker flag for visitors. And so that is the plan for the week. Other than that, gardening is fine. It's hot, my corn. So I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while, but it's only been a week. The corn is doing great. My sister wanted us to plant. She and I planted some ornamental corn, and this is the first time I've grown corn here. And it's the first time ever I've grown ornamental corn. It's a jewel-toned corn. It'll be blue and emerald and like a ruby red. It'll all be in one ear of corn. So we're wondering when we should start taking it, because the silks are getting brown and the stalks are starting to get brown. So it's getting close, but we're afraid to pull it too early because we want it to be that pretty color. So if you have grown ornamental corn, let me know. Oh, thank you. That's what I was going to say in a roundabout way. Thank you for answering the question last week about stage makeup and getting it out of the collar, a white shirt. I will be cleaning it today, soaking it, and trying a couple of things. So that was very helpful. Thank y'all so much. Anyway, corn, it's not the question of the week, but if you happen to make it this far and you have grown ornamental corn, then let me know when it will be ready. Tomatoes are doing good. Squash is good. We are doing a tromboncino squash. And if you have not heard of that, Google tromboncino squash. It is a long squash, and it's giant, but you can eat it young. Right now they're about this big, but last year we grew it and they were really big, and I pulled them early. I mean, they can get ginormous. And the skin, of course, with the squash, the older they get, the harder the skin gets, the tougher the skin gets. But the meat on the inside is great. We put them in the freezer, very hardy in the freezer, comes out great. So those are doing good. Beans are doing good. Pumpkins are growing. Sunflowers are not really showing, but the zinnias are up, so that's good. Or zinnias, however you say it. We say zinnias. What else? Oh, the blackberries are done. I'm going to trim those back and plant some. Here at the end of the month, I'll be planting the fall garden. So I'll get the winter squash, maybe some. I have butternuts going too. They're doing good. Winter squash, and then I'll plant some new tomatoes. So we'll have tomatoes through October, November. I'll probably look for some onions and see if I can get those in. Put the sweet potatoes in, and do another round of purple potatoes. Those did pretty well. And the whatever the variety is that's yellow, not Yukons. But that. So I have a break here for a couple of weeks, and then I get back into, and I'm just harvesting now and weeding, but get back into planting and cleaning up the garden for the fall garden. So that's it. It's 39 minutes to 40 minutes. I can't believe I've gone this long. So I'll let you go. If you're here, thank you for staying. If I will be doing another flip through this next weekend of the Just Cross Stitch. I've already done notes on it. This is what I'll be doing, Just Cross Stitch, June of 1989. another lovely one. I'll do that and post it probably Saturday. I posted one this past Saturday of Stitcher's World, and many of you have not heard of it. I only have one. Stitcher's World was, I did find out it was from 98 or 99 to like 2004 or 5. I can't find anything beyond that, so very interesting. Anyway, you're welcome to look at those. I have enjoyed the flip throughs. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. But that's it. Let's see here. I guess that's all. Yeah, that's all my notes. So if I forget anything, I will be putting it in the next video. So I hope y'all have a lovely rest of your day. Stay cool if you're in the heat, and stay warm if you're in the cool. I look forward to seeing you again, and I will see you in the comments. I'll talk to you later.